Good evening, everyone. My name is Trisha Howard. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I'm super excited that you're here to join with me this evening. The reason that I picked this topic, which is focus on you, the man or woman in the mirror, is because I really feel that it's something that is missing recently, and it's been sitting heavy on my heart. Last week, I was watching America's Got Talent, and one of the gentlemen that was performing in the finale sang Man in the Mirror from Michael Jackson. And I really had a chance to listen to the words. And it really resonated with me because I'm noticing more and more that too many people are focused outward on why things are happening in their business. They're focused on the back office. They're focused on things they cannot control. Now, no matter what happens, you have control over one thing. That is your action and your will and your attitude. Nobody else can take any of those things from you. You can do what you need to do. So when I was listening to the song, I was really focused on what can I do? How can I change what I'm doing in my own business? Because we all get to those places. Each time we reach a level, we have to look for that next level and how we're going to get there. And I needed to focus more on what it is I can do. What can I do to make my business go to that next level? So what I decided to do was ask myself a better question, right? So I could say, why am I not growing? Why isn't my team adding new ambassadors? And I kind of really believe that if you ask yourself a bad question, you're going to get a bad answer, right? If you ask yourself something like, why do I always gain weight? It could be, your brain's going to say, because you're lazy and you eat like crap. That's not going to help motivate you to lose weight. But if you ask yourself a better question, your brain will come up with ways to come up with better answers. So I thought to myself, what can I do differently to grow my team? What can I do differently to get out of what seems to be a plateau on my team? And I realized I needed to make some serious changes in my own personal business. See, you can change you. And if you change you and you focus on you first, everything else will change, okay? I can't change you. I can't change what happens to me, but I can change how I respond to it and what I do as my action. So I've been in sales for most of my business professional career, and I've been a big follower of Tony Robbins. And one of the things that he instilled in me, and I've used in my 8 to 5 type of business, has been a really great way to attack a goal. And it's called the RPM method. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. It's called RPM, which is great because it talks about speeding up things, right? We talk about our car and RPMs. But it's also known as the rapid planning method. And the reason it's rapid is it's because you are going to think of things that you can do right now, instantly, to change your business. There's also another acronym for it with RPM, and it's a results-oriented, purpose-driven, massive action plan, okay? So the first thing with the R is we're looking at results-oriented. So look at your goal. Is your goal to be senior gold by the end of the year? Great. You've got a timeline. You've got something that's quantitative. But if your goal is, I want to be senior gold or I want to be ruby, but you haven't given yourself a timeline, it's not strong enough. You need a timeline, okay? So that's the first part. Purpose-driven. This is your why, okay? This is what we always talk about. This is your why. But I want you to push it a little bit further. I want your why to have 2 facets to it, okay? Your why first needs to be about why you want that, right? We talk about it needs to move you, right? But it's been shown that people will do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure. So if you're stuck and you're not moving to that next level, this could be the key. This could be the trigger to get you to that next step, okay? So you're thinking probably, I want to be senior gold because it means I'll have a little bit more freedom, I'll be making X amount of money, that's going to help me with my bills. Those are all great, but that's pleasure, right? Think of how many things you've done in your life to avoid pain. Have you ever been in college and maybe procrastinated your term paper till the night before? Or waited to study until the night before? I know I have. I used to spend all night the night before, right? And it was my effort to avoid pain of doing the term paper until a pain came up against another pain, and the pain of not turning in was more of a motivator than the pain of not getting it done. So you have to kind of think in terms of that as well. So think from the pain perspective. What would you lose? What would you miss out on if you didn't reach your goal? So twofold. You're going to think pleasure, all the things you're going to gain, and then all the things you would lose if you didn't reach that goal. So that's your purpose. I want your purpose driver to be both pain and pleasure, okay? Then the last piece is your massive action plan, MAP for short. Now, this is the fun part. I want you guys, after you've written out your results-oriented goal, you've put together your pain and pleasure purpose-driven reason, then what I want you to do is just brainstorm. Don't talk to anybody else. Don't talk to your husband. Don't talk to your wife. Don't talk to your significant other. Don't talk to your upline or your downline. Just you. Freeform it. 20 to 30 minutes of anything and everything that you can do to reach that goal. Not what your upline can do. Not what the people in your surrounding group can do. Not your downline. Not your significant other. Just you. How many people do you need to sponsor? How many customers do you need to get? Do you need to schedule some three-way calls? Do you need to do something outrageous? I had somebody on my team who wanted to go to Leaders Retreat so bad, she went live on her Facebook page. I can't even tell you how many times throughout that last day of August 31st to make sure that she hit her goal. That's somebody else might have looked at her and been like, you're crazy. Don't do that. That's why I don't want you to censor it. I don't want you to tell anybody, because I don't want anybody to tell you you're crazy. Because the one thing that could be the craziest could be the thing that's the catalyst that kicks you up to that goal. So don't censor it. Okay? So you did 20 to 30 minutes of just brainstorming. Now I want you to get up from your desk and walk away. I want you to do some deep breathing. I want you to spend some time with your family. Go talk to your friend on the phone. Don't tell them anything you're talking about, though, and then come back. Then I want you to look at that massive action plan of all the things that you came up with. And I want you to pick one that you're going to do right then and there. Not tomorrow, not the next day, not the next week, but now. You never want to set a goal without doing something immediately in which to help yourself attain it. That creates momentum. And when you get momentum, you build excitement, right? And momentum helps you with RPMs, right? So I'm going to focus again on that RPM because I think it's so pertinent to help you get your business moving. So I want you guys to focus on you. You're the only one that can make yourself successful. You're it. You have amazing power within you. You just have to harness it. And this will be a great way to do that. So go away with a goal that's results-oriented, purpose-driven, and a massive action plan. And go put that action into play. Have an amazing evening, everyone. Take care.